I'm speaking to Nick Swift of Hydrogen Afloat. Now, I get the distinct impression this is pretty much quite a revolutionary idea. So can you tell me a bit about it, Nick?
Yes, we're first to market with a hydrogen fuel cell based system for domestic power on narrowboats. So hydrogen fuel cells are used quite widely in industrial applications and is starting to be used now within transport industry. So we've taken an industrial fuel cell and we've put it into a narrowboat application. It's the first sort of leisure use of a fuel cell, but we're doing that because it provides free power that is low carbon and free of pollution at point of use. So I live on a narrowboat. I've lived aboard for about the last 12 years. I got quite tired of using a petrol generator every week to generate power during the winter. So I looked at what options were out there and identified this fuel cell, incorporated that into my boat. And then last October I set up Hydrogen Afloat Limited to take the benefits of hydrogen fuel cells and make them available for other boaters.
Now, this cell that we've got here that we're standing next to, it looks actually quite large. It's a bit bigger than a standard diesel generator or anything that would be in it. How does that sort of apply once? Where would it be fitted?
So the idea is the unit sits on the roof of the boat. It's important from a gas safety perspective that it can see the sky, because hydrogen has a very buoyant gas, and if there were to be a gas release, then it needs to be able to escape. And it's designed to be removable from the boat if you're going under very low bridges. You can take the cylinders out, take the unit off the boat roof, and then pass under a low bridge and refit it. And we've designed it so it takes two portable cylinders, so you have one in use and the other in reserve. So yeah, it looks quite large. It's made of a very lightweight. Thought about the ergonomics of being able to lift it off the boat really easily and reinstalling it.
Now, looking at the future, do you think this will be the way to go?
I think hydrogen has a fantastic future. It's a low carbon fuel. It can be made locally with green electricity. It can become completely zero carbon. At the moment it's only made in small quantities and it's a relatively expensive gas, and we're certainly a very early adopter of this, but all the predictions are that hydrogen is going to be a major part of decarbonising our community. And when we look at the importance of global temperature warming and what we need to do to address the sort of climate crisis that we are faced with, if we're going to preserve the special places that are the canals and rivers of the UK, then it's...
What's the sort of comparison like to using something like this as opposed to conventional fuels?
So at the moment it is significantly more expensive than running a petrol generator or diesel generator, but we're talking to a couple of new suppliers of gas which are looking to reduce the price of the gas quite substantially. So at the moment it is a premium, and the benefits are really the fact that it is very silent and it doesn't have pollution at the point of use. But we're seeing prices potentially falling by a factor of 4 in the next couple of years, and maybe further beyond that.
How does it apply to the propulsion system on a boat, though? Is this just a fuel for a conventional engine? Is it, or
So we don't do boat propulsion at the moment. We're doing domestic, the lights, the pumps, the inside of the boat. We're doing that because we're reliant on portable bottles, because we have not yet got the canal side infrastructure to provide hydrogen. This is a first step down the path of working with hydrogen on the canals of the UK. The next step will be to put the canal side infrastructure in place to be able to fill from the canal side, and at that point it then becomes possible to do propulsion. And so in the future I'm sure we will see hydrogen powered narrowboats, but that will only happen when we've got hydrogen fuel side filling stations.
So if anybody wants to know more about this, then they can find you here on the quayside until tomorrow night, is it, when we finish?
Yes, they can, or they can look at our website hydrogenafloat.com.
Great stuff. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank